I think the reason we struggle so much to shop for the men in our lives is that we try to find the perfect gift, when we should be looking for the gift that fits the life he is actually building right now. Every man has his own rhythm, his own quiet passions, and his own unique way of showing up for the world every single day. Maybe your boyfriend is the one who is always at his desk, working late into the evening to build a future for both of you. Or maybe he's the one who only feels truly like himself when he's miles away from a cell tower, breathing in the cold mountain air and listening to the wind. Today, I wanted to share 35 things that aren't just products, they are solutions for the lives these men actually live. I've looked at the guy who travels, the guy who creates, the guy who trains, and the guy who just wants his home to feel like a sanctuary at the end of a long day. Because at the end of the day, a gift is just a way of saying, I see who you are, I see how hard you work, and I love the way you move through the world. To make this as easy as possible for you, I've gathered every single one of these 35 ideas into my link tree in the bio. You can find everything we are about to talk about right there, organized by the kind of man he is, so you can spend less time searching and more time choosing something he'll actually keep and cherish. Let's start with the man who is always on the grind, the one whose office is his kingdom and whose hard work is the heartbeat of his daily life. For this man, the modern professional, his desk isn't just a piece of furniture, it's his cockpit. It's where he creates, where he manages, and where he builds. If his gear is clunky or frustrating, his whole day feels clunky. We start with the Logitech MX Master 3S. Now, you might think it's just a mouse, but for anyone who spends 8 hours a day navigating screens, this is a lifestyle change. It is virtually silent, it feels incredibly premium in the hand, and it has an ergonomic shape that saves his wrist from that dull ache at the end of the day. It's a tool that says you respect his craft. To go along with that, he needs the BenQ screen bar. Most people use traditional desk lamps that create a distracting glare on the monitor, leading to eye strain and those late afternoon headaches. This bar clips onto the top of his monitor and casts light directly down onto his work surface, not the screen. It has an auto-dimming sensor that adjusts to the light in the room, making his entire office look like a high-end studio while protecting his vision. And of course, we have to talk about his coffee. We've all seen it. He pours a fresh cup, gets pulled into a 3-hour meeting or a deep work session, and by the time he reaches for it, it's ice cold. The Contigo West Loop travel mug is the ultimate fix for this. It keeps drinks hot for up to 7 hours. But more importantly, it features an auto-seal lid that makes it 100% spill-proof. He can knock it over right next to his expensive laptop and nothing happens. It's peace of mind for his tech and a warm sip of comfort for his morning. To further protect his well-being, a pair of Sixus blue light blockers is essential. In 2026, we are surrounded by screens, and these glasses filter out the harsh light that messes with our sleep cycles. If he's someone who struggles to wind down after work, these tell his brain it's okay to start relaxing. When he truly needs to disappear into a project, the Soundcore Life Q30 noise-canceling headphones are his do not disturb sign to the rest of the world. They offer incredible silence at a fraction of the cost of other brands, giving him the gift of focus even in a noisy house. To keep that workspace pristine, the Bellroy Digital Organizer is a beautiful recycled fabric pouch that keeps his cables and chargers from becoming a tangled mess in his bag. And for the desk itself, the Courant Catch 3 is a weighted linen tray that gives him a sophisticated place to wirelessly charge his phone while holding his watch and keys. It turns a messy pile of pockets into a curated, intentional space. But maybe your man's office isn't a desk at all. Maybe it's the gym. He's the one who finds his strength in the early hours while the rest of the world is still sleeping, or the one who uses the heavy weights to decompress after a long day of stress. For the peak performer, his gear needs to be as resilient as he is. We start with the blender bottle Strata in stainless steel. Most guys are walking around with scratched up plastic shakers that start to hold on to smells after a while. This version is insulated, heavy duty, and looks incredibly sleek. It's a massive upgrade to his daily routine. To help him stay in the game and avoid injury, the Theraton Mini is the ultimate gift of recovery. It offers professional-grade percussive therapy in a size that actually fits in his gym bag. It's the difference between him waking up stiff and sore or waking up ready to hit his next personal best. We can also support his home workouts or his mobility sessions with the HP-YGN heavy-duty resistance bands. They are built to last and perfect for travel, so he never has an excuse to miss a workout. Pair those with the 4KOR massage balls for that deep tissue targeted work he needs after a heavy leg day. For his soundtrack, the Soundcore Sport X20 earbuds are designed specifically for movement. They have adjustable ear hooks that actually stay put no matter how much he's sweating or moving, and the waterproofing is top tier. To keep him hydrated with the extra chore of scrubbing, the Lark self-cleaning bottle is a marvel of tech. It uses UVC light to kill bacteria and clean the inside of the bottle every few hours. It's one less thing for him to worry about, and his water will always taste fresh and pure. Finally, because we know that true performance starts with how we rest, the Hatch Restore 2 is a sunrise alarm clock that helps him wake up naturally. Instead of a jarring phone alarm, it uses light to gently bring him out of sleep, respecting his body's natural rhythm and ensuring he starts his day with clarity and energy rather than brain fog. Supporting his health is one of the loudest ways you can say, "I love you." And then there is the man who doesn't want to be inside at all, the one who finds his soul in the great outdoors, where the air is thinner and the world feels a little more quiet. For the adventurer, reliability isn't just a preference, it is everything. When he is miles away from a cell tower, he needs gear that performs as hard as he does. We start with a classic piece of mind gift, the life straw. It is a survival staple that allows him to drink safely from almost any water source he finds on the trail. It's small, light, and sits in his pack as a constant reminder that he is prepared for anything. Even in the wild, he deserves a moment of ritual, and that is where the Stanley pour-over set comes in. It turns a cold, misty morning at the campsite into a gourmet experience, letting him brew a perfect cup of coffee without any electricity. Pair that with the legendary Yeti Rambler 14-ounce mug. It is virtually indestructible, and its double-wall vacuum insulation ensures his coffee stays hot even when the temperature drops at dawn. To keep him warm when the sun goes down, the Rumble Nanoloft blanket is a game changer. Think of it as a high-performance sleeping bag in blanket form, made from recycled materials, weather-resistant, and surprisingly cozy. It's just as useful for a mountain peak as it is for a backyard bonfire. For his nighttime setup, the Luminate solar lantern is a beautiful piece of engineering. It is inflatable, waterproof, and solar-powered, packing down to almost nothing but lighting up an entire campsite with a soft, warm glow. And for those freezing sunrise summits or late-season hikes, a rechargeable hand warmer is the kind of thoughtful detail he'll appreciate every time his fingers start to go numb. Finally, we have the Matador Pocket Blanket. This is a full-size, water-repellent ground mat that somehow fits into a pouch the size of a car key. It gives him a dry place to sit and enjoy the view, no matter how damp the ground is. It's the kind of clever, functional gear that makes every outdoor experience feel a little more like home. Of course, some men find their joy and their pride right at the heart of the home. These are the men who make sure everyone else is fed, the ones who take a quiet moment for a sharp grooming routine, and the ones who find peace in a space that feels intentional. For the man who loves the craft of cooking, the Meter Plus wireless thermometer is the ultimate gift. It connects to an app on his phone and tracks the internal temperature of his steak or roast with surgical precision. It takes the guesswork out of the kitchen, giving him the confidence to deliver a perfect meal every single time. For his personal grooming, we have to look at the Manscaped Lawnmower 5.0. It is the gold standard for precision and safety, and most guys want the upgrade but just won't buy it for themselves. But if he is someone who appreciates a more traditional, timeless ritual, the Parker Safety Razor is a stunning choice. It's a heavy, all-metal razor that turns a morning chore into a slow, deliberate craft. Back in the kitchen, the Ninja Air Fryer is a gift for his daily life. It's the shortcut to better meals, faster dinners, and perfectly crispy results with almost no effort. To ground the atmosphere of his home, a high-quality sandalwood, embad, and jam meal offers a scent that is masculine, calming, and sophisticated. And for the man who loves to experiment with flavor, the Truff Hot Sauce set is a luxury staple. Infused with black truffles, it makes even the simplest meal feel like a 5-star event. Finally, to help him refine his personal style, a set of quick-release watch bands is a brilliant, affordable way for him to change his look to match his mood or his outfit. It shows you notice the small details of how he presents himself to the world. Finally, we have the man who is always on the move. The commuter, the traveler, the one who is always looking toward the next horizon and making his way through crowded terminals and busy streets. His everyday carry needs to be seamless, organized, and light. The Raycon Everyday Earbuds are his reliable companions for every commute. They are compact, have incredible battery life, and stay comfortable for hours on end. To solve that annoying jingle in his pocket, the Orbit Key Organizer is a must. It stacks his keys into a silent, leather-bound profile that won't scratch his phone or snag his clothes. If he spends a lot of time in the air, the 12 South Airfly is the travel hack he never knew he needed. It allows him to use his own wireless noise-canceling headphones with the airplane's entertainment system, making those long-haul flights infinitely more tolerable. For the soundtrack to his road trips or hotel stays, the Ortisan Bluetooth speaker is fully waterproof and rugged enough to handle any journey. To ensure his tech never dies when he needs it most, the Anker Solix power station is a powerhouse that can charge everything from his phone to his laptop. We can even upgrade the very foundation of his day with Bombas performance socks. These are engineered massage support and moisture-wicking fabric that stay up all day. Once he wears them, he will never want to go back to the basic packs. And for the ultimate everyday upgrade, the Bellroy Hide-and-Seek wallet offers a slim, premium leather design with a secret compartment for large bills or travel documents. It's sophisticated, secure, and built to lifetime. Every one of these 35 items was chosen because it honors the way he lives his life. Whether he is building a career at his desk, pushing his limits in the gym, exploring the wild, or navigating a new city, these are the gifts that tell him you are his biggest fan. At the end of the day, the best gift isn't the most expensive one. It's the one that shows you are paying attention to the small things. I've made sure to organize all 35 of these by lifestyle in my link tree in the bio, so you can find exactly what fits him best without any of the stress. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this guide helped you find that one special thing for your man, I would love for you to subscribe and turn on your notification bell for more Hearty gifting curations and relationship goals chat. Also, leave a comment below and let me know which of these items you would choose for the man in your life. I love hearing your feedbacks. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, happy gifting.